Getting close to the start of the final of the men's 4x100 free relay. The world record holders and the defending gold medalists. The guys from Australia. You see that familiar bald head of Michael Clem. He'll be a part of this relay tonight. 4 years ago, the Aussies in that memorable battle with the United States pulled off the once unthinkable. They knocked off the vaunted U.S. relay team.
Historically, the Americans had never been beaten in this race in Olympic history.
2000 was the first time that the U.S. has lost.
The Aussie crowd on its feet, trying to encourage the torpedo to upset the Americans.
We weren't supposed to win that race, but we did.
And the streak is over. Australia wins gold.
I'm really anxious to get that title back to the U.S.
I mean, I think the 400 free relay, America wants back. We've wanted it back since Sydney.
It's going to come down to the last 15 metres, and I don't think it'll be just two countries that are vying for that #1 position.
South Africa will have a phenomenal team. It'll be extremely tough to beat.
I think the Russians are going to be tough. Last summer they got us at Worlds. I think that was kind of a disappointment to us, but I think we can take them. If we get all 4 guys to step up, we're not going to be beat.
So now as the teams march out with the medal on the line again, this event has evolved. Australia is not expected to medal here. In the meantime, there has been all sorts of discussion leading into these games about who is going to swim in this final for the United States. What was fair, and since Michael Phelps, you see him there with the headphones on, since he did not swim the 100 free at the U.S. trials, nor did he swim this event, Rowdy, in the morning prelims. There were some, which included Gary Hall, who's not a part of this relay, and also Jason Lezak, who didn't think it was exactly fair that Phelps was going to be a part of this team. But those are the 4 that they go with, and Phelps will go second.
Well, you know, the bottom line is it's a coach's decision. It's not a time for hurt feelings. They want to do, the coaches, what's necessary to win this gold medal. I think he should be on the relay. I've always thought that, and I think Eddie Reese and the staff made the right decision.
So there are the 4 Americans entrusted with trying to win back the Olympic gold. And we'll see if they can get it done when we come back.
The games of the 28th Olympiad on NBC are brought to you by Allstate, proud home and auto insurance sponsor of the 2004 U.S. Olympic team. By Visa, proud sponsor of the U.S. Olympic team and the only card accepted at the Olympic Games. By GSM America from AT&T Wireless. How many bars do you have? And by Saturn, people first.
Lots of electricity here at the Olympic Aquatic Center as we get set for the second relay of these games. The Aussie women won the first one. The United States hoping to get the first relay gold of these games, but you would have to consider, Rowdy, by the effort turned in by the South African team, which was 17/100ths of a second off the world record. They might be the team to beat.
Amazing performance by the South Africans. All 4 swimmers from the prelims will be there tonight in the finals.
So as we set the lane assignments, another team to watch. And you talk about an event also loaded with the biggest stars the sport has ever seen. Russia up there in lane 2. Alexander Popov, the Russian rocket, in another Olympics. His 4th Olympic Games is going to be in this race as well. And of course, he will anchor the Russian squad.
Of course. What else? One of the greatest sprinters in history. The great Popov will be on the end, along with a lot of other stars.
So how do you see this race? South Africa, United States, Russia, all of them certainly capable of winning the gold. You can't forget about the Dutch team as you take a look at Michael Phelps. They've got, they're loaded. Peter van den Hogenbaan and company, they could slip in there. But this is a huge race for Michael Phelps, because in the whole scheme of things, in this quest for all of these medals, perhaps 7 Olympic golds, This was one of the question marks. He has the couple of question marks in the two individual events, the 200 free and the 100 fly, but the relay situation is dicey. Americans look like a solid gold medal favorite in the medley relay later on in these games, but this was one of those question marks, and it's about to be answered in just a few moments. Leading off for the United States, Ian Crocker, and again, the Americans in lane 5, just above them, South Africa in lane 4. And South Africa will lead off with Roland Schoeman, who just went out and gave him a huge lead in the early heats today.
Well, I think it's smart strategy. You lead off for the United States with the second fastest freestyler. Jason Lezak won the trials in the 100. And Ian Crocker got second. He's in lane number 5. But boy, look at Schoeman blast out to a fast lead, 22.6. And he's under world record split for the 100 freestyle.
And he's out really quick again. Italy was in second. Australia was in third. The United States was in fifth. Again, Crocker leading the way for the Americans. And next in the pool for the United States will be Michael Phelps. Lyndon Ferns into the pool for South Africa with a good lead provided by Schoeman.
Well, that was exactly what the South Africans needed. What a great split from Roland Schoeman. Ian Crocker, 50 flat on him. He was real slow compared to his Olympic trials time. He was 49 flat. Here's Phelps. He's got a lot of catching up to do.
The United States in lane 5. And remember, Phelps looking to go 2 for 2 in Olympic golds after capturing the 400 IM. But the South Africans looking real strong again here as Ferns is building about a body length lead over Italy in lane 3.
I'm telling you, the United States is in deep, deep trouble right now, Dan. This is the halfway point. They have got to get it going, and even if they have a chance to win a medal. Right now, you can almost forget about the gold. The medal is what counts here for the United States, and right now, the United States is way back. They're starting to inch up just a little bit.
Turn in 6th place. South Africa had the lead. You can see who's got it there. Darian Townsend, and Italy is running 2nd right now. The United States, after that turn, helped by Neil Walker's gaining on the field, was in 3rd. So it's going to be up to Jason Lezak of the United States to try to pull out a medal here. South Africa looking very good, and they will send Rake Maitland, one of the fastest relay swimmers in history, into the pool to pick up the gold, perhaps. Off they go, final leg.
Yeah, there's no way, there is no way that Jason Lezak is going to catch Maitland. He's just too battle-tested. He's been there over and over again. Jason Lezak, one of the best sprinters in the world, no question about it, but he's just going to run out of room. Look at that, a body length. You can't give a body length in a 100 freestyle. Just no way.
Well, he's in clear 2nd. Lezak is caught up, but the South African lead was just too big. It would take a miracle for Lezak to pull it off, so it appears that South Africa is on its way to Olympic gold in this relay. And it's Lezak who's trying to hang on to the silver medal spot for the United States, but he's getting some pressure now.
That's Vanden Hogenbaan.
Peter Vanden Hogenbaan in lane 6, just below Lezak. He wants the silver medal for the Dutch. And he gets it. A new world record for South Africa. But Vanden Hogenbaan just chased down Lezak and stole the silver. Bronze for the Americans in the 4x100 free. It's the first gold Olympic swimming medal for the men of South Africa.
Boy, they smoked it right from the beginning. Schoeman got him off to a tremendous lead, 48-1, and the rest was history. The Americans were never in it. From the very beginning, they were just never in it.
By the way, Australia finished 6th. As you look at Clem, the man that was a part of that relay gold in Australia, Ian Thorpe as well. But South Africa, they showed us something in the morning, and they just turned it on again at night. In world record time, South Africa wins it. Vanden Hogenbaan chases down Lezak. The Dutch take the silver. The United States settles for the bronze. Rake Nietland anchored it. In South Africa, the men have their first Olympic swimming gold. And they are pumped up about it.